The more you think on a thing, the more your belief system changes to align with that thing, the more your words changes to align with that thing. If the mind is really as powerful as we say it is, that in your mind you can become successful and see success on the outside, or in your mind you can become a failure and see failure on the outside, how does the mind form you as a person? There are two principles we are going to look into. We'll look at one principle today, and then we'll look at the second principle next week. The first principle we're going to look at is following the law of repetition. The law of repetition in this context explains that the more you think on a thing, the more your belief system changes to align with that thing, the more your words changes to align with that thing, the more your attitude, your character, your behavior, and everything around you aligns to be like that very thing. So that is the first law. That the more you think on something, the more your belief changes. That suddenly you were thinking you believed this before, but then you kept on thinking on another thing repeatedly over a period of time. So we can summarize it this way. The more you consistently and continuously think on something, the more you as the person changes. Let's look at this simple and short scripture. Numbers chapter 13 verse 30 to 33. Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and take possession, for we are well able to overcome it." But the men who had gone up with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." And they gave the children of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, "The land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants, and all the people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants. The descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight." You see that? Everything about your thinking not only affects you, it affects the people and the things that surround you. Look at the statement. He says that they were giants, and we saw ourselves in our own sight as ants, as grasshoppers, as small creatures compared to them. And because we saw ourselves as grasshoppers in our eyes, we became that same thing in their own eyes. So first of all, we see the principle that indeed what you think, you become. You are a sum total of what you think about. What happens when you start thinking and seeing yourself as successful? What happens when you start seeing yourself as a world changer, as an influencer, as a problem solver? The more you think yourself to be that thing, that person, that quality of person, gradually you start changing. Gradually your belief system changes. Gradually your behavior changes. Your character changes. It starts aligning with that thing. Remember that the life that you want to have will not just come to be as a result of something you think about once in a while. No, but your life is shaped by your most dominant thoughts. So it has to dominate every other thing. It has to become superior to every other thought that you have. It has to become superior to every other thought that you have. Where on a scale of 1 to 100, you are thinking about this particular thing, about how you want to be successful, about how you want to be a world changer, about how you want to be a problem solver, about how you want to come out of this lifestyle and go into this greater and higher lifestyle. You have to think about that 70%, 80%, 90%, 99.9% of the time. And then you may give room for 1 or 2 times that you accidentally think on something negative. So the more you think on these things, the more your life would be shaped to look like these things. What is a mindset? A mindset is simply a mind that is set. A belief or a stronghold of the mind, that is a mindset. It is something that you cannot change. No matter what you do, you cannot change it. It is fixed. When you have made up your mind that this is what you want to do, your mind has been set, that nothing will change it. You've made up your mind, you wake up in the morning and you made up your mind that I am going to wash my clothes this morning. Nothing changes. Whether there's water, there's no water, whether there's light, there's no light, whether someone calls your attention, whether there's a movie to watch, whatever be the case, you have set your mind on a thing. You make up your mind that you are going to be this in the future. You have set your mind on a thing. It becomes so fixed, so strong, because the more you think on it consistently, continuously, and consciously, the more your life would be shaped to align with that very thing. We will look into the second principle in our coming week. I know that this video has helped you, has impacted you. So I want you to like, I want you to share, I want you to subscribe. I want you to tell someone about the Instructions for Living IFL that holds every week here on this particular channel, Agents of Reformation, and do well to keep following for more of this. Have a nice day.